we're going to be using two different types of microphones in this video. We have dynamic microphones like this handheld one, and condenser microphones like the one that I'm wearing right now. Now, dynamic microphones are pretty much just plug and play. You just plug them in with a simple mic cable, as we'll explain later, and then they work. They're not quite as high quality as sound, but they'll get the job done. A condenser microphone, however, has a little bit higher detail and quality to the audio. However, like this one, there's a battery inside of here, and that's what's required in order to charge the microphone so it can be used. In order to use a handheld mic, kind of like this one, what you're going to do is get an XLR cable. It's going to have a circle with 3 pins on it. You're going to plug the smaller end, which is in this case called the female end, and you're going to plug it in to the back here. Now this particular cable, one thing, is not long enough for a handheld, but this is what they have called an elbow joint. And so you're going to want just a regular straight one, kind of like this, if you're going to use a handheld. So just again, you just plug the female end, the smaller end, into the end like this, and then plug this end into either input 1 or 2 on the camera. Now, in order to use a wired lavalier mic, it's basically the same as using a handheld mic. You have your mic cable, and you just plug it into the end here. Now, if you notice, it's got this long tube. The long tube is because this actually houses a AA battery, which is used to help power the microphone. And it needs 2 AA batteries in order to operate. So this is the transmitter. And so this is 2 parts. It has a transmitter, and this is the receiver. The receiver goes and sits right on top of the tally light, and then this would plug in to your regular microphone input. And this also takes 2 AA batteries. And also, something to make sure is to make sure they're on the same frequency, so that way they make sure it knows to read from the right source. Now, shotgun mics can be used in various ways. This one I have in my hand here is actually the one off of the camera. This just slips into the microphone slot, and this goes into the microphone input. The other way you can use a shotgun mic is on a boom stand, kind of like this one. This one in particular has a shock mount, so that way when you move the microphone, it doesn't bumble around and your mic doesn't pick up any extra noise. Now with these ones, the mic cable goes down through the stick, and then at the bottom there's another connection, which you want to use an elbow joint, in this case, like I used earlier in the video, for this kind of use, because that way you don't damage it by accidentally stepping on it or anything like that, and you just run your cable off from there. Now, shotgun mics in particular are very unidirectional, so they can point, if they're at their source pointed, they get very good signal, and they also have a very long throw. So for example, with this one on the boomstick, you would not have this one in frame, but you can also point it off frame, like so, and you would get your source that way. And I hope this video has been helpful to you and helping you understand how different microphones work on your camera. Happy shooting!